It's time to forget spray and pray advertising. In this video, I'm going to let you into the secret strategy that turns LinkedIn ads into a lead closing machine for your boring B2B business. Imagine you take that list of companies that you're dreaming to work with or that you've been chasing for the last 6 months, and you're showing your ad campaigns specifically to the exact decision makers in those exact companies. That's what you can do with LinkedIn matched audiences. It's the best B2B targeting on earth, and it's the number one USP behind LinkedIn ads, and why this can be great for your boring B2B business over Google ads, over Facebook ads, and over any other marketing spend for 2026. This video is the ultimate guide to the ultimate B2B targeting hack, walking you through exactly how to upload your list and the best practice to do so. So let's get into the video. So what are LinkedIn matched audiences? LinkedIn matched audiences allow you to upload your own data into LinkedIn ads platform to create ad campaigns that target specific people and specific companies. Instead of just relying on LinkedIn's native targeting options like job titles, job seniority, locations, etc., you can create audiences based on the exact companies you actually want to transact with. Whether you're pulling off your CRM list of people that you've already spoke to or that are ignoring your emails, or you've created a list of dream companies that you cannot wait to work with and you know need your product or service. This is the foundation of account-based marketing, or ABM, on LinkedIn. Match audiences give you ultimate control over who sees your ad campaigns. The important thing is there's two types of matched audiences. That's companies and contacts. Really simple distinction between them. Companies is a list of companies. Contacts is a list of individual people. In this video, we'll be covering both, but straight away, there's a few reasons why company lists might be better for your business than contact lists. How these lists works is you input information in a simple spreadsheet, upload it to LinkedIn, and it tries to match as many details as possible with the list you have. When going off contact lists, the match rate can be a lot lower simply due to individuals, quite often on LinkedIn, will sign up with their personal emails when the list that you might have and you want to upload may well be their work emails, corporate emails, and they won't necessarily be connected to their LinkedIn account. Over the years, from various clients running LinkedIn ads from various different boring B2B industries, we find company lists significantly outperform contact lists. This is due to a few reasons, one of which is you don't always have the best, richest, most informative contact list, especially if you're reaching out to colder audiences. And often if it's a single contact per company and LinkedIn doesn't match these people up because, like I said, they might have signed up with their personal emails, which you don't have, or indeed they might have left their jobs and gone on to something new, the match rate and the number of total people in your audience could be a lot lower than you actually want it to be. A great thing by focusing on company lists as well is you can go after other decision makers within that company. So not only is your match rate higher, the amount of decision makers that you're targeting is ultimately higher. The best practice we do with clients is we upload company lists and then segment that list down by the job titles that company actually transacts with. You get super specific and exact on those job titles to make sure you're reaching more decision makers in your audience than you might have initially had on a personal contact list. So if you're a beginner watching this video, it's probably best to start with a company list because one, it's easier to create, but also you're going to have higher match rates, you're going to reach multiple decision makers, you can layer in with those job titles to get surgical precision and combining with that role targeting, and it's future proof because it works even when contacts change jobs. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through in LinkedIn ads exactly where to find matched audiences in LinkedIn. You want to open up LinkedIn Ads Campaign Manager, and on the top left-hand side, you'll see a plan, and underneath it, audiences. You want to make sure you're highlighting the match section and click Create Audience. Then you'll be given two options, predictive audience and matched audience. You want to go to matched audience. You'll be taken to this scene to choose a matched audience source. You can see there's loads of different options there, but again, if you're just starting out, the best one is company/contact. Then you'll be taken to this screen to upload a list, and there's company list and contact list in this list type. You can download the templates. Quick tip, sometimes a contact list, LinkedIn's actual link to them doesn't work. So there'll be a link below for our ultimate guide where you can download those exact CSV files and the spreadsheets and templates for you to upload your list today. So first up, you can see the company list here. It's got a number of columns: company name, company website, company email domain, LinkedIn company page URL, stock symbol, industry, city, state, company, country, zip code. Right, initially this can probably seem quite daunting to get all that information, but we've seen really high match rates if you just focus on company website, and you can even copy that across to company email domain. If in your CRM list or whatever source list that you've also got company names, you've also got LinkedIn company page URL or any other columns, great. But focus on the websites and that will do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. A few things to note here when you're actually extracting it from a database or indeed your CRM system. If any of the company names and company websites are email addresses, which you've seen with clients when they don't necessarily have the data, LinkedIn will automatically reject that. So don't put email addresses or anything with an @ symbol in any of those columns because it just simply won't match. And this can often be an error that you see and get frustrated with when you're trying to upload that back to LinkedIn. Here's an example of one I'm uploading right now for a client, and you can see we've only included 3 columns, 2 of which are actually the same because their email domain and company website is the same. This is what we typically do with most clients, and it achieves a 90% plus match rate. But right, so once you've got your list, you want to return to Campaign Manager, upload the CSV file. Very important, it's saved as a CSV file, not as any other different Excel format. And give your audience a descriptive name so you remember exactly who's in that audience. Typically, LinkedIn might take 48 hours to process. Sometimes it can take longer when the lists are smaller, but usually 28 to 48 hours, you'll see the audience is building and ready to advertise. If the actual size of the company list that you want to advertise to is much, much smaller than 300, say 50 to 60 companies, what we'd recommend is going through LinkedIn's other audience creation and just simply targeting the individual companies on LinkedIn and typing them in manually. This is a bit annoying because it can take some time, but it's a hack around the under minimum threshold for LinkedIn's matched audiences. And like I mentioned earlier, once the list is actually processed on LinkedIn, the best thing to do when you're creating a new campaign with this audience is segment it down and narrow down by the job titles you actually transact with. So you're not wasting budget and spend on people that aren't involved in the decision to use your product or service. And ultimately, sometimes the entry-level roles or irrelevant roles, which people are less keen to speak to and advertise to on LinkedIn, they can swallow and soak up a lot of your advertising spend. And that's where the magic happens. You're only targeting the super relevant roles at the exact companies you want to speak to. Now, if you're uploading contacts, really, really similar steps, and I'll show you on screen now. This is the template for the contacts. And again, this is in the article linked in the comments below. But the columns here you're going to see is email, first name, last name, job title, employee company, country, Google Ad ID. So you can see why sometimes this doesn't match as accurately as the company list does because it's relying on only a number of variables, some of which you have, some of which you don't, and some of which could be quite a painstaking thing to actually fill out in this format and upload to LinkedIn if you don't have it already. If you do, great. Why I love LinkedIn Match Audiences so much and why it works so well for B2B businesses, especially smaller ones who don't have large databases, is you can reach the exact companies you want to speak to. You can reach the buying committee 24/7, day in, day out, the people you actually transact with, whether that's letting them know you exist in the first place or re-engaging lapsed leads that you spoke to, but now your email's going straight to spam or they won't answer your calls. Or the contact you had has now got in a new job and they've changed roles. With the company list, there's no matching issues or data issues around, again, people changing jobs, people changing roles. It's all based on the actual companies they work for and the job titles that they have at that current moment. And it's maximum efficiency because you're spending your hard-earned budget on advertising to and attracting the attention of the people that can buy your products. So now you know how to take those precious contact lists of companies and turn it into an absolute goldmine for your B2B advertising campaigns. Like I said, there's a link in the description below which walks through every step-by-step in this in an article and gives you the templates that you can input to make sure it matches on LinkedIn. But please, if you're watching this video, don't just sit on these lists, upload it. Actually use it. Actually get on LinkedIn, create those ad campaigns, and get more leads more often. You might be sitting there and thinking, great, I've got an audience, I've got a list, but now what? With this video, you've unlocked the first secret step of LinkedIn ads. You're getting better, more accurate, more specific audiences, so you're not wasting budget on irrelevant people that are never going to buy from you. However, there's still multiple ways you can fuck up and waste your budget. I've recorded other videos on common mistakes we see from people who manage LinkedIn ads themselves and even agencies that don't know what they're doing, and how you can create amazing LinkedIn ad campaigns that convert more leads more often. Because you've watched the end of this video, I'm going to give you 2 secrets around how a lot of companies, even if they know this hack around account-based marketing, still fuck up and still waste huge amounts of budget. One is they create boring ads. None of their ads stop their specific audience from scrolling. I mean, if you never stop anyone that you're interested in from scrolling, they're never going to click. They've never even seen the ad. They're never going to know who you are. And ultimately, if you create shit ads that don't attract anybody's attention, it's a waste of money, even if you're getting all the back-end audience targeting settings right. Hint number 2 is please untick audience expansion and audience network. I'll leave that there. You can do a bit of your own digging, but please, please, please untick those options. If you've already got these lists of companies and interested in making the most out of them and want an expert on hand to manage the campaigns for you, create scroll-stopping content, and make sure that it's managed end to end every step of the way without fucking up, without making those easy mistakes, there's a link in the description to book a call with me, and we can talk about how we can actually manage those ad campaigns for you to get more leads more often for your boring niche B2B business. Cheers, bye.